Well, I think that the key thing about publishing is it's all about understanding the consumer and giving the consumer what they want, which is why some of the more traditional bodies are having a problem because they're sort of stuck in their old ways. And the younger people coming up, we see especially on like YouTubers, they understand their audience, and that's really key. I think for advertisers, one of the new challenges is how can they get involved in that, what we call native, and actually do it in a way that's effective and not try and sort of fake it. So I think the big challenge is really getting back to understanding what the consumer wants, and that's why a lot of the stuff that's being produced by sort of just people in the street is so successful. I think the biggest challenge facing this new world actually is engagement. I think we are seeing more and more what people call advertising pollution, the fact you almost can't go anywhere without being hit. And technology allows us to hit the consumer. And we use the word targeting. Now, this is a word used by warfare. I mean, we talk about targeting, we talk about sending missiles and blowing things up. It's not a pleasant outcome. And unfortunately, advertising and marketing needs to move away from the word targeting and talk about engagement. If you look at the world of retail, their sales assistants aren't told to target people as they come through the door. They're told to talk to the customer and engage them. And that's one big sea change we need to have, which is a change of attitude. Data, technology, it's not about targeting, it's about finding better ways to engage the consumer. Well, I think ad blocking, as a lot of people have said, is the outcome of a lot of bad advertising. Not to say it's all bad, but there's too much bad advertising or irrelevant advertising. And strange enough, what you're seeing with some of the clients is the better the targeting, the less they seem to spend on creativity. Creativity is 70% of effectiveness of an ad. That's both supported by Google and by Nielsen. And therefore what we need to do is make ads more engaging and probably be less of them. If you look at what the Groupon did, they just hit people to the point that everybody hated them. They became the worst junk mailer of all time. So we need to actually be more respectful to the consumer, and therefore we need to give them the kind of ads that are entertaining, interesting and relevant. And that's really key. Interesting is probably the most important word. Ask yourself, is that interesting? Because if you don't think it's interesting, the customer won't. I think a lot of people worry about programmatic being a threat to creativity. They talk about data and algorithms threatening creativity. You will never ever be able to write a bit of software that replaces creativity. However, creativity can embrace all the technology and the targeting to improve what it does. We're living in an age where the creativity you were doing 10, 20 years ago is very different. It's not to say we're not doing the same, we're still writing TV commercials, TV's still doing very well, but we're actually having to look at new ways to create content, new ways to create entertainment engagement, in ways that like live, for example. So I think actually it's new challenges, and as a creative myself, I think it's fantastic. I actually relish the idea that I'm going to have to look at doing things in new and exciting ways.